Hey y'all, welcome back to the garden. Healing Gardens to be exact. I'm telling you, it feels like a healing, sunshiny day to work in the garden. We've got a few onions we are going to attempt to get planted. I have held these onions way longer than I should have. And it is definitely not Dixondale's fault if they don't act right, but that is where I got them. I love Dixondale, and they always have really good crops. Now this one is from Dixondale, but I just picked this up at the feed store because I felt like some of these might not be very good. And so this is how you plant onions. You want to make sure that they're firm, which most of these are, that I'll be planting. Some of them, if they're not firm, then we just put them in the scrap pile. But we'll plant those about, I'm going to plant mine, I don't always do this, but about 3 fingers apart. Well, you know, I have big hands, so 3 fingers is probably 4 fingers for most of y'all. And you just stick them in the ground about like that. And this soil, oh, this onion bed has had a lot of work. I'm telling you, a lot of work. I'm gonna throw those down there. This bed I think is gonna be all Texas 1015s, which is fine with me. I don't have to mix it up. We do have a tag, we'll put it right there. I noticed some ants in this bed, so I treated it with a little bit of orange oil earlier. They do not like orange oil, which if I would have thought about that, I ground up a bunch of oranges and I should have saved some of that oil for this purpose, but I have a bottle of Howard Garrett's orange oil. I went over to a town nearby and picked this up. It is similar to peat moss, but it's made from pine shredded, and we are going to be using it in and around the garden. Now, this way that I'm going, I'm planting a little far apart because I am going to come through here and make a trench. This will be my fertilizer trench. And every year when I've done the fertilizer trench, it always really does well. So my onions need a lot of fertilizer. This soil had a lot of grass in it, and I will insert a clip of that here. I sifted out a lot of pieces of grass, and then this is some bag soil I picked up. It's supposed to be really good, a lot of nutrients, OMRI listed potting soil. This is what was left. As you can see, I'm sorry, this is mulch. I don't want this in my onion bed. So I had to sift all that out. It's been a while I've been working on this. And then I was knocked down a little bit because I had the flu. So I couldn't really work as much as I wanted to, but So we just stick those in, and we're gonna water. Now I watered this bed thoroughly before I started planting. And I think it's gonna be good. We should get a nice onion harvest, even if they are a little late. Let's do the best we can do. I did plant some in pots a while back, about a month ago, I think, and they're still doing okay. One pot, I believe, I lost in the freeze. So there's the onion bed. Like I said, it's about 10 foot by, well, not 10 foot, 8 foot by 20 inches. So it's a good size. And these onions, you know, Dixondale's just fantastic supplier. There's not any soggy or dehydrated. They just pick them right at the right time. And so when they ship them to you, you get a quality onion to plant in your garden. So it's worth the money. I did not know this particular local supplier carried Dixondale onions, and so I will be going to that farm store again. I don't know if I've told you this, but when I worked for a market farmer one year, because I'd had such great success at the market with onions, as a small market gardener, when I went to work for this other market farmer, we planted 8,000 onions. Most ridiculous amount of onions. We're just going to go along. We're trying to put them in rows and do decent spacing and all that. And I will be coming back with a mulch to help keep the soil cool. This is that fiber. Like I said, I've got some bales soaking so that we can see how they work. Some of these I plant close. This is what I do. I plant them a little too close, but then I come out when I need onion, say in the end of April, beginning of May, before these are ready to harvest. I need onions every day. So I'll just come and pull every other one down the row. And then I have my onion, fresh, beyond organic onion. And it saves space in the garden. So this bed was dug down about 2 shovel depths, cardboard put in, and then the soil sifted, the bagged compost soil sifted, and all of it put back in here and mixed up nice. I'll be watering this with rabbit manure water, rabbit compost tea, and for about a month before I harvest. And then I'll switch over to just rainwater. Hopefully. And that should get us some nice, decent sized onions. And being as these are the Texas 1015s, you can't go wrong with the flavor. I do have 2 batches of red onions in the house yet, but I have a whole nother bed that I have to prepare for that. They don't look like much, but after they grow a little bit and stand up straight, Really, when they stand up straight, that's when they actually look better. Right now, they just kind of look pitiful, all crazy, crooked, and when you receive your onions from Dixondale, it's real easy. Take the rubber band off and kind of fluff them and loosen them up and just let them sit until you're ready to plant. And honestly, if I would have known all this stuff was going to happen, I would not have ordered my onions to come in at Christmas, because that was way too early, and I won't do that again. There's just too many things going on. You might have to put another row or two. I don't have a lot of in-ground space right now, so if I have to cram them in here, that is what we have to do. But I'm not planting anything else in this bed. Last year I planted onions and carrots together. Well, they're a great companion plant because the onions throw off the carrot root fly or whatever it's called, and so they can't find the carrots. Well, that's great, except that the carrots got so big they shadowed out my onions, and so my onions didn't get big. So I was very disappointed with that. Next time, if I did onions and carrots, I would do one row of carrots and one row of onions in this size bed. And this is about 20 inches deep, so I wouldn't put as many carrots and onions as I did last year. I got good carrots though, and we fermented those and canned some. It was really good. So there you go. There's some of our onions we planted before the freeze. Some of them are doing okay. That's it for planting onions. I do have more onions to plant. I'll be doing that, most of that off camera, because it's going to be a matter of getting containers ready and getting my other onion bed ready. So, but you will be seeing. Pretty soon we'll be starting up our garden tours when we have more to tour. Right now I have a few things planted, but nothing that is worthy of bringing here to show. Our seedlings are doing great. They're out getting a little sunshine, a little wind. They're okay with the sunshine, but I don't think they're happy with the wind. They're not used to it. So, and the way I have them in the house, I can't put a fan on them. So if you saw the part 1 and part 2 of our winter sowing versus indoor seeding, those are 2 great videos to get people ideas, what works for them, what works for me. Like we talked about, the indoor sowing is a lot more work, because every day I have to bring these guys out for an hour or 2 for some real light and wind action. And so it's, you know, it's been tiring, especially since I had the flu for about a week. So anyway, thank y'all for coming along on this journey, watching me plant these onions and getting that bed ready. That's a new space. Last year, our roselle took up that whole bed. And on the one end, we do have a little bit of mint, so I hope it doesn't give me too many problems trying to creep in. So I hope you have great weather where you are. I hope that you're able to get some stuff planted, and I will be doing another video about sowing seeds into the green stalk. That is the next order of business, is to get that completely planted up. And so I look forward to sharing that with you. What seeds are y'all sowing? See you in the next video. Bye-bye.